Let me know if you can hear me. My audio's good. What's going on, Shine Rod? I see you. Can you hear me okay? My audio good? Okay. My audio good? Audio sounds good. Wait for a few more people to get on here. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all go ahead and smash that like button for me. Christian Leclerc, I see you. What's going on, man? Callus Auto Detailing. What's going on, man? I see you. What's going on, everybody? Oh, I'm glad you're able to join us, man. What you do for a living, Shine Rider? What do you do? Why you so busy? Ice Tray, I see you. Flakes Professional Services. What's going on, Brandon Dixon? I see you. Yo, Callus Auto Detailing. Uh, email me your address. I just put my email in the chat. Email me a shipping address. I want to send you something. Kings Deluxe. I see you. What's going on, man? Let me know if you heard me. Just comment Callus Auto Detailing that you heard me. I put my email address right there. Email me your shipping address. No, not your email address, your shipping address. I put my email there. If you look at my email, I just typed it down in the comments in the chat. Uh, email me your address to that email address. What up? What up? What up? Let's see. Yeah, y'all gonna hit that like button, man. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. What's up? Don't ride dirty. I see you. How is everybody's all the detailers on here that's actually detailing uh whether it's part-time or full-time, you detailing for a living, you bringing in some income. How is the winter going? Like, are you having any struggles? Are you struggling? Um, do you have you stopped like cold turkey? Are you getting details here and there? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. I mean, in the chat. What up, Gene? 1984. I see you. Going smooth in Florida. I see you, Ice Tray. It's going smooth. That's good. Been trapping out the trunk with some local 3D chemicals, doing rinses, washes, generator, wet vacuum, chemical stankly. Been busy last 5 months. Great. Going good. And call. Been getting new customers every week. Be waiting for the winter, but it doesn't rain much here. Had 7 lined up, knocked out today. Picked up 2 more today. All right. All right, I got you, man. Hold on. Wait. Oh, that's all. You sent it to my email, right, Callis? Because I haven't gotten it yet. Should be here by now. I don't see it. Let me make sure I type. Let me make sure I type my. Let me make sure I type my address in here right. I need to get my glasses, man. Hold on. Let me see if I can blow this up. Oh, make sure I did it right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I put the wrong email address, man. That's why I check, because I do that sometimes. Sorry about that, man. Okay. Could you send it again? I'm sorry. I'm gonna put a new. I'm gonna put it up there again. Send it again, man. I'm sorry. I put the wrong email address. Mobile is over with in Illinois. I mean, no calls. I just got my shop back. I've been over. I just got my shop, so I've been overbooked. I need help now. Just got your shop. Great. Awesome. Weather is mild in New England currently. I just started my business this past week, actually. Mm. When y'all coming in, man, y'all people coming in, can hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. Appreciate you. Oh, everything's going, man. Everything's going. Things going pretty good right now. Just wondering, does anyone get receipts for the water they buy? I just got into this last at the shop. Hook me up with one. Yeah, I sent you the wrong. I sent you the wrong. I sent you the wrong email address the first time. Just finished installing your new vacuum reel, man. I know how important that is. Like that's a big deal. You know, just something as simple as a reel makes the world of difference in detailing. HM Auto Detailing. I see you. Winter is staying above freezing, no snow or rain. Ricardo Automobile Detailing. I see you. What's going on, man? All right, man. Let's get into it, man. Um, what I want to talk about is surviving the winter, and um, I always base my winters on the first winter that I had. The first winter that I had was rough, and so I always think about that time, and I never want to go through that again. Okay, I got you, Callus Auto Detailing, but I never want to go through that again. So every year, I came up, every year after that, I came up with a strategy to not have to struggle in the winter. Every year I did that. and um, and I would come up with a strategy, then I would update it, tweak it, and just keep revising it until it got better. And the first winter that I had, it was rough, man, because simply because I didn't really prepare myself. I was I was basically just, working, 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 and I wasn't really thinking about the winter. And I wasn't making enough, I wasn't making a whole lot of money. I was just thinking about the present, and I wasn't thinking about the future. And so when the winter arrived, I remember just, waking up in the morning and just laying there because I had nothing going on. And I would, I would be looking at my phone to ring. And every time my phone rang, I would get excited. I would perk up because I thought, oh, it's going to be a customer. And sometimes it was, and a lot of the times it wasn't. And so what I started doing was, um, I started doing specials and texting people, and whatever customers I already had, I didn't have a lot. I would text them and do a special and you know, try to generate some traction and try to get something popping that way. And I did that, and it would work. And like I said, man, it was so slow. I was happy when I made $50. Like if I woke up that morning and I didn't have nothing going on and somebody called me and I went out there and I made $50, man, I was happy. That's how slow it was. Then you also got to understand that it depends on how many customers that you have. If you have, 20 customers, you could probably, when the wintertime, you can probably expect, 15 out of your 20 customers won't probably contact you in the winter. So your summer, your summer and your spring can determine how successful your winter can be. And for some people, sometimes you can do something and boom, it has nothing to do with the summer and winter. You could do something, you could run an ad, you could do something in the wintertime and it just blows up. And it had nothing to do with your summer or your spring. But me, I'm thinking about, see, like it's the beginning of the year now, right? So I'm thinking about, it's January 2021. I'm thinking about December 2021. I'm already thinking about that. I'm thinking about January 2022, February 2022. I'm thinking about it right now. So I say this all the time. The first thing that I do is I save a nest egg. I save, you know, every time I do a detail, every time I cut a lawn, anything that I do, I take money out of it and I put it to the side. If you give me cash, I take my little piece out of it, put it off to the side. When I get a certain amount, I go take it to the bank and I just keep doing it, going back and forth to the bank and just build up a nice savings account. I try to have anywhere from 4 to 7,000 saved up, uh, minimum. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but I try to have between 4 and 7,000 saved up minimum. So in the wintertime, I'm sorry, in the spring and summer, I'm grinding. I'm sun up to sundown. I'm not I'm not I'm not turning anything away. The only things that I turn away is if I feel like the person is going to be a problem or they don't agree with my price. I'm not negotiating my price at this point. My price is my price. So that's the only way I won't do a person's vehicle, unless a person's vehicle or lawn, unless they cancel, reschedule, whatever. I'm not turning anybody away. Um, I remember in some summers I would be so busy and so overwhelmed because I wasn't organized. So certain people would call me, I wouldn't even call them back. I would, because I was so busy. Then when the wintertime comes and I'm slow, I'm thinking about all those people, I'm thinking about all those jobs that I couldn't get to, or I didn't want to get to, or I didn't feel like doing, and I turned away, and I turned them away, or made or found a way to make them say they didn't want to do it, and I missed out on that. I missed out on that money, and you start thinking about that type of stuff when you're lacking. So as the years went on, I just told myself like I'm gonna save my money, and I'm gonna go all in. I used to take weekends off. I used to then work on Saturdays and Sundays. That only lasted like maybe 3 or 4 months. And once I saw like, man, I'm getting a lot of phone calls on the weekend, so I stopped doing that and I started working on the weekends. When I started making those type of moves, my winters got easier and easier. I got money saved up. I got a large clientele, so I'm still making a good income in the wintertime, even though I'm not working every day out of the week. Like I may have 4 days where I do nothing, and then the next 3 days be popping. I may have a straight run all week. You never know. So the weather is you never know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna break down on you. And if you don't have any money saved up and it's the wintertime and you're barely making it, you're barely able to pay your bills off what you bringing in, and something breaks, that really puts you in a whole nother situation, and that puts you in a whole nother mindset. You're not thinking clearly, and you start making decisions that might hurt your business if you make the wrong decisions. So I just started doing all types of stuff, man. Um, like customer retention, customer relations. Uh, customer retention, retaining your customers, the customers that you service, retaining them. Customer relations is communicating and talking with your customers and staying in some type of contact with your customers. And a lot of us don't do that. Uh, you get a lot of like I get a lot of phone calls of people inquiring about my services. I got phone calls from people who I actually go out and do work for them, and I may not hear from them again. I got a lot of people that I've only done their car one time, but I'm so busy. I'm so busy that I don't have time. I'm so busy that I don't have time to call them, or to do customer relations in the summertime. And I be like, man, I forget about them. I'm thinking like, I forget about them, but sometimes I start thinking like, I've done a lot of customers just one time. And if they're not a regular customer, they're a customer that, might have called you from your Google page and called you, or called you from Facebook, but they got your number and they called it, but they never saved it in their phone. And then, once a couple of months go by, if that person is making a lot of phone calls and doing a lot of texting, it's going to scroll all the way. It's going to be so many texts in between, the last text and yours, that they probably won't be able to find it. And then they'll try to look for it, and then they'll just call somebody else and another person to come out. And that's how you missing out on money. And that's real important for the winter time. You should be doing that in the summer. So this is what I started doing to combat that problem. What I would do is, when someone calls me and they book an appointment, once they book an appointment, I say, hey, when we get off the phone, or if I'm texting them, but if we're on the phone, I say, listen, when we get off the phone, send me your name, your address, and vehicle description. And they say, okay, I'll do that. And when they send it to me, I let them know I got it. Once they do that, I just copy and paste, and I add them in my contact, and I put them in a group, detail customers, detail clients, whatever you want to call them. And I put them in a group. So now I got everybody information and what type of car they got. So if this person calls me again and their name pop up, I can go to the contacts and look at their information. I see their address and I see what type of car they got. Oh yeah, how you doing, Mary? Yeah, you still got that? You still got that Jeep Grand Cherokee? Yeah, yeah, I still got it. Okay, cool, cool. You want the same thing? What you want a full? It's been like 6 months. You want another full detail? Yeah, let me get another full detail. All right, now you got them all grouped up, right? So if you want to sell gift cards, if you want to just let them know that, hey, it's the wintertime. It's the wintertime and I'm still working. If the temperature is above this, on the good days, we do get bad weather, we do get cold weather, but some days we do get, good weather for a few hours. We got a window of good weather. It's cold in the morning, then it warms up, and then when it gets to like 4 or 5 o'clock, the temperature starts dropping. So in between those hours, you can get some work done. And so let them know that, like, hey, I'm still out, because some people assume that since it's winter and since it's cold, you don't wash cars in the cold. This way, you can text all of them at one time, send out a mass text or a mass email, and tell all of them, hey, this is Anthony from A&A Professional Services. I detailed your vehicle earlier this year, or I've detailed your vehicle this year. We haven't heard from you in a while, but we want to let you know that during these times, we are still working. As long as this, that, tell them that. And that's how you keep in touch with your customers. Because trust me, I've had people contact me and say, is this Anthony? And I'll be like, yeah, this Anthony. Oh, I'm so glad I found you. I've been looking for your number. I didn't save it and blah. And I'm telling you, a large percentage of the people that you've done good work for, that gave you good reviews, that love what you did to their vehicle, they did not save your number. Even though you leave business cards and all that in their car, them cards get thrown out. They get wet when they sit their drinks in the car, and they throw them away. And, they don't have a way of getting in contact with you. So, that's one of the things you need to do to keep, to keep things rolling in the wintertime. Because that's what I noticed. The more and more my business grew, the easier and easier my winters went because I had more customers. So now, let's say 10% of your customers call you consistently during the winter. Well, if you only got 10 customers, 10% is a low amount. You see what I'm saying? But if you got 150 customers, now that 10% means something different. You see what I'm saying? So, the more customers I have, the more customers you will have in the wintertime. What's going on, Michael Jackson? I see you. Jackson's Automobile Detail. What's going on? Right. Yo, like I'm telling you, man, I see you shine right. I'm telling you, these phones, like sometimes, man, we kind of halfway go through our phones, man. These phones do a lot. They do a lot. They really do, man. Um, they got so much. I mean, you could put when you save their name in your phone, when you save their stuff on their phone, like with this phone, if you save their address in there, you can actually just press the address and it'll send you it'll go straight to Google Maps. Same thing with the Google Calendar. If you put an appointment in Google Calendar, it also has a spot for the address. Once you put it in there, all you gotta do is go to your calendar, look at it, press the map, boom, it goes straight to your maps, and you drive straight there. These phones are amazing, man, and they got a lot of capabilities. Like when I first got my phone, okay, I got Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I could text. I'm good. I didn't look at nothing else. It wasn't until maybe within the last couple of years that I started looking at my phone and seeing all the capabilities that it can do, man. I mean, it's a lot you can do here, you know. It's a lot you can do. It's a lot you can do with these phones, man. They're amazing. Jeremy Lewis, I see you. What's going on? Right. And that's the thing, man. Like when you have a list, cause like I'm actually this is what I've been doing the last couple of days. Like I got like a little budget phone as my business phone, and I just been going on here, and I just go to my text messages, and you know how you can search text message, like if you search a word, every time you use that word, whatever, every time you use that word in a text message, it pops up. And what I started doing was I just went and I typed in detail or car wash, and the emails will pop up, and I'm looking. And what saved me is when I was telling all those people who called me that I serviced their vehicle to before the appointment. I'll say, hey, send me your address, send me all this, because I didn't want to write it down on a piece of paper because I would lose that piece of paper. So I would have them to text it to me, and I'll have it. And when it's time for the appointment, I'll look down at it, and I'm like, okay, boom, there it go, blah blah blah. All right, and I'll just go there. So when I typed in detail or car wash or something like that, all these text messages pulled up. So I would go to the text message and boom, address, name, phone number. I'll just click add to, create contact, and I'll put the information in. And it's gonna take me a while to do them all, but I've done a lot in the last couple of days. So that's what I've been doing. Also, man, surviving the winter is your weather apps. Whatever weather app you're using, if it's been pretty accurate to you, keep using that same app. What I would do is like what I used to do is well, I'll still do it. What I'll do is I will always look at the weather. Always look at the weather. Every day I look at the weather. And I make sure I look at the weather. I make sure that I'm looking at the temp. Like when does the temp get at this temperature? The humidity, sun, wind. I'm looking at all that. You see what I'm saying? Because that's gonna determine, what type of day you gonna have. And you need to know that stuff. And trust me, as you pay attention to, the weather and what this temperature mean, what the real feel mean, what all this mean. Once you start realizing what that mean, you would know how cold it's gonna really feel to you. And so what I'll do is if somebody calls me and they say, hey, can you detail my car tomorrow? So what I do is I look at the weather and I'll be like, okay, at 7, the sunrise, it'll tell you what time the sunrise. The sunrise rise at this time. The temperature is at this time. So you want a comfortable temperature for yourself. So what I do is right at that hour that temperature gets comfortable. That's the hour that I book the appointment. I try to book it at their appointment. If they need it earlier and it's gonna be cold, then I say, okay, I'm gonna start on the interior. And sometimes I run their heat while I'm working. If they got a full tank of gas and it's a new car and I know I ain't gonna mess nothing up, I crank that car up and I turn the heat and I start on the interior first while that temp is rising before I start messing with any water. If it's very, very windy, usually it's that wind is going to make it colder and it's going to drop the real feel. So you got to understand it could be 40 degrees, but with a wind chill, it can make it 5 degrees colder, which makes a big difference, a huge difference. I try to be in some sunlight, even though don't like washing in the sun. Man, I get in the sunlight because I want that sun. Whatever that sun is, that's where it's gonna be a little warm, and it's not too bad when you're in the sun in the wintertime because it's not hot, and the water does dry up faster if than you was if you was in the shade. but not as fast because it's the wintertime. So, you don't want to, anything under 32 degrees is going to freeze. So you especially don't want to get in the shade in that time, because in the shade it's actually dark, it's actually colder in the shade than it is in the sun when you're in the wintertime. Like you could feel it. And you don't want to spray the car off or wash the car, and the soap and everything freezes on the car. You don't want to do that. Uh, I'm pretty sure that if you've been detailing, especially you guys on here, if you've been detailing for any amount of time, you know that you know you know what it feel like when that water freeze up on you, man. Look at the weather constantly. Yep, wind speed and all that makes a difference. That wind speed makes a difference. Exactly. Yeah, that's all it take. That's all it take. All it take is for something to happen one time. That's all it take. And when it happened one time, that's it. You don't want it to happen again. So you pay attention and you make sure. And that's how we learn, and you get better and better every year. And you get better and better every year because of your mistakes. And you can pass these mistakes on to, you could the experience from the mistakes, you could pass that on to to other people, other detailers up and coming, so they won't make that same mistake. A smart man learns from his mistakes, and a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. Um, I don't make the same mistake twice. I have. I have. Like, now there's certain mistakes that you're not gonna make twice because the consequences is just too harsh. Consequences is just way too harsh. You like, I'm not gonna make that mistake. But I've made the same mistake more than one time. So I'm not that lucky. T Watch Mobile Detail, and I see you. Right, right. And see, that's another thing. Your equipment. Um, if you don't have a garage, if you don't have a place to put your equipment, and it's gonna sit outside, then you're gonna have to unhook your equipment and bring it inside. Uh, you know, unhook your hoses and bring them inside. Certain chemicals may freeze, bring them inside. That's type of stuff you got to remember. Get emptying the water out your water tank so it don't so you won't have a big block of ice in your water tank. Man, man, all this stuff matters, man. It matters, and these are the type of things that can make a winter rough, because it's so many things that can go wrong in the winter, man. It's so many, and one thing can just mess your whole day up. If you got an appointment, you schedule the appointment, you go outside, you're not thinking about it. You go outside, it's 28 degrees, and it was 28 degrees the day before. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's still 28 degrees, but it's gonna get up to 50. But you scheduled the appointment at 9, and you got a big block of ice in your water tank. Your hoses are froze. You know, so you got to think about stuff like that. Like, I haven't been thinking about getting a hot water tap, getting a hot water tap installed somewhere, like in my garage or outside. A hot water tap. That way, I can put hot water in my tank. You know, or if I got a big block of ice, I could just put you know hot water. Because my hot water heater water is hot, and just put that pipe of hot water in there and break all that ice up. I mean, stuff like that. You got to plan for that. You know, and usually your first winter is certain things that you don't even foresee, And when those things start to happen, you can start making the necessary adjustments. Right, exactly. Don't forget your fuel stabilizer. All that, man. It's just so much that can go wrong, and that's how you survive the winter, by that's little things like that, little stuff like that. Customer relations, saving a nest egg, being properly prepared to detail in the winter. Right, right, and all of that, and you can make it. I see you, Kings Deluxe, all of that, and you can come up with better and better tricks. Better and better stuff to keep stuff warm. That's a good idea, but it can always get better. You can just think, how can I make it better? How can I make it safer? How can I make it easier? How can I make it quicker? You just always think like that. Look, search and look for things that'll make things better. I'm always doing that. Right. You gotta do stuff like that. And that's why a lot of detailers, they can't survive the winter because they're not properly prepared. They didn't save no money. They didn't save no money. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. They wasn't properly prepared, and they just dropped the ball. And then when that winter time hit, man, a lot of them will quit, man, or go get a job, and they'll quit, man. They'll literally quit, sell everything, and be like, man, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was too hard, man. It's hard running a business. Then don't nobody want to pay. They start saying stuff like that, and making excuses and quit. Yeah, and I see it all the time. Right. And some of that stuff you can bring in, steamers, um, your generators, all that stuff. Well, generator, you don't have to worry about that, but uh, empty your water tank. Uh, your hoses, bring them inside. Uh, Certain chemicals, bring them inside. Stuff like that that got water that's gonna freeze, bring it inside, man. That's probably the easiest thing you can do. Empty the water out. I know some of you guys live up north, and some people cut their taps off. It's too cold to have the taps on outside. I've heard about that. I'm not sure. I never lived. Um, well, when I lived up north, I wasn't detailing, so I never had any excuse to touch any outside water. But some people, and you guys that are trapping out the trunk, y'all don't have any, you know, y'all don't have any, y'all don't have any water, and y'all have to hook up to your customers' water. Some of them shut their water off on the outside. I guess they don't want the pipes to bust and stuff to freeze up, so they turn them taps off, and you probably won't be able to hook up to their water. So you're gonna have to come up with an alternative source of water, man. I know some of y'all doing rinseless washes. Might have to do a rinseless wash, and then sometimes that may not be, you may can't really do it like you want to, because simply because the car is too dirty, or you could get you a real small water tank, like 15 gallons, something like that, and fill it up at home. you know you can rock out like that. It's a way around it. You just sit there and think about it, trial and error. Yep, bring your pressure wash inside too, bring the soap inside, all that. Yep, you're exactly right. Because even though you think your pressure wash is gonna be fine out there, sometimes it's still water left inside that pump, and it'll freeze inside that pump. And if it freezes inside that pump, and you turn that pressure washer on, oh, there goes the pump. Just that simple. Okay. Right. So, you guys might wanna, find some alternative way if you don't have water, and people turn their water off to, you can't hook up to their water. Rain collection barrel. Okay. Brandon Babb, I see you. But yeah, y'all put out some information in the chat, man. Just how do y'all survive the winter? What do y'all do to survive the winter? Let me know. What do y'all do to survive the winter? First winter starting in June. So how is it, Brandon? Supreme King 98. I went to self-serve car washes and got in the water to fill my tank in a pinch. Good. That's a good idea. Queen City Auto Detailing. It's slow here in Buffalo, New York, but the nest egg and my loyal clients keep me afloat. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Work for a housekeeping company during the day. Okay. So what you're doing is you supplement that with a part time. I thought of that. I thought about doing that. The only thing I don't like about that is um, I would always, the only thing I don't like about that is because I don't like working for nobody. Because every time I work for somebody, it always takes away from my business. Even if it's slow. Because I'll come home. I'll leave the job and see text messages, and I'm looking at the text message, and I'm like, yo, if I call them back, and then they already found somebody, and then I might book an appointment, and I book an appointment, and then I'm looking at the appointment, and the appointment, I made more money in that appointment than I made at that job that day. So, I just said, you know what, this summertime hit, when the summertime hit, when the summertime hit, I'm not going. When the summertime hit, I'm not going. You know, when the wintertime hit, I'm not going to work for anybody. I'm not going to work for anybody. Like, I'm going to save my money in the summertime, and I'm gonna bust my ass in the summertime, so I don't have to work in the wintertime. And that even if I'm slow, like, man, I've been editing videos, thinking, you know, creating stuff, coming up with things, man. This is probably the perfect time. Like, from November to February is like the perfect time. I get so much done. I get a chance to work on the business instead of in the business. Right. Nothing like working for yourself to work at your own speed, breaks when you want, and if I take an extra 15 minute lunch break, nobody can shout at me. Exactly. That's why I work. That's the main reason I work for myself, man. I don't like people telling me what to do, man. And that I just don't. It just don't feel right, man. It didn't feel right when I was young, and I used to think something was wrong with me. Like I just didn't like people telling me what to do. And I even as a child, I didn't like that. I always felt like I should be in charge, and people would make me feel bad about it. I would feel bad that I felt that way. I thought something was wrong with me because I felt that way. And as I got old, I was like, no, I'm confident in myself, and I know I don't have to listen to this person to make it. I can, I can use my own ideas and do my own thing. And so that's what I started doing. I just as the older and older I got, I started, making steps to be more independent. My boss is a Jewish carpenter. You know who that is. Oh, I hear you. Philip, I see you. I got 35 tank Fort Taurus. You use O&R. Let's see. O&R Big Red Sponge to go right now. I spray the cars down if they're heavily soiled, then use O&R. Sometimes wireless wash, carpet cleaning, carpet and upholstery cleaning. Pretty steady in Destin, Florida. I see you, Brandon Babb, out of Destin, Florida. That's a beautiful place. I've been there. I've been there, man, a few times. I've been there at least 5 times. Save funds from job not scheduled. Extra details. Exactly. Exactly. 40% good. 40% to live. 60% to save. Great. I see you, T. Wash. I still had some business in the winter, but nothing like the summer. Yep, that's pretty much how it's going to be for most. I've been doing detail for over a year now. Kaiser. I've also have a 25 take and I run with that. Right. Okay. Yeah, y'all got to have some type of water source. I just think you more, you could get something now down south. You can get away with it if you're not using water. You can still hook up to your customers' water, but sometimes in the south it does get cold and the pipes will freeze, and you could turn that thing on and no water come out. It's frozen. Have to think like that to grow your biz if you really want it. You right. Queen City, I see you. I see you. Fantastic hand wash. Pretty busy. We have a lot of customers that keep us going and money we have put back for the winter. Cool. Billy Clark, I see you got a lot of new people. Um, right here in Springfield, Illinois. I am mobile and yet to do at least one a day. 125K B2 BTU heater, hand warmers, fleece pants. Be prepared. Exactly. I forgot to talk about that. You can buy some type of a heater. Like those kerosene heaters. Anything that's gonna make it comfortable, man. That stuff really. That stuff. I mean, that stuff made a huge difference. I got bucket warmers. You know, get your heater, stuff like that, man. Just sticking your hand in warm water can make a huge difference. Yeah, nobody. See, here's the thing: you get tired of people dictating how much you can earn. Nobody can dictate what you earn. The thing is that people that tell you what to do, they make you think that they dictate what you earn, but they don't. When you take a job, when you take a job, they tell you how much. It's up to you to accept it. You accepted what you earn. Nobody can dictate to you what you earn. You know, like right now, I can earn however much I can push myself to make to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Once I reach my cap by myself, then I'm gonna have to network. I'm gonna have to partner up with people to start making more money. You see what I'm saying? Uh, Partner up with other people, get employees. You know it. You know it goes. It can go to a whole nother level, and people don't think about that. You're thinking about employees, but sometimes partnering up with another, company, will put you over that hump. You can make whatever you want to make. Uh, People are always trying to force their authority on you and their thoughts and their ideas and their perspective and try to throw it onto you. And it's up to you whether you're going to accept it or you're going to let it control you. Because I don't. Like, I don't do that. Like, I got my own mind. I'm gonna listen to what you got to say, and then I'm gonna make my move from after I think everything through and weigh the pros and cons, and I'm gonna make my decision. But every job, every low paying job that I hated and I took, I made the decision to take that job. And when it was horrible, I made a decision to stay there and all that type of stuff. And I also made a decision to leave and do my own thing. So trust me, you can make what you want to make. You know. Right, Boston. We got cold snaps, but not bad. Usually 40 average, I say. Right. What up, father and son? I see you. What's going on, man? It's cold here in Buffalo, New York. So how I keep moving business forward when I suspend mobile detail and I move home detail garage. Can't stop, won't stop. Exactly. You come up with a way. You come up with a way to make it happen, man. Whatever works for you, whatever you can come up with, man. That stuff, man, it works, man. Anything, just and sometimes it may not work perfectly, but if you have a plan, no matter how bad the plan is, but as long as you got a plan, you're going to have some success. It may not be the success that you want, that you're looking for, but you're going to have some success. Then you can sit back and say, okay, I didn't foresee that happening. So let me switch some things up. That's just like when I got my van, when I built my setup. I built the setup. Everything is fine. I'm able to be efficient in detail cars, but I'm looking at it and I was like, man, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. So now I'm gonna go and make those changes. Just, but the plan that I had some success out of it. Y'all, if y'all just coming in, go ahead and lick, go ahead and click the like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and share this video if you like. Also, I have a Facebook group called The New Wave by ANA. If you look right here, where is it? Right there. Okay, the screen is different, but right here, you see that New Wave logo right there. So when you go to Facebook, you just type in New Wave. That's NEWWAVE by ANA. You type that in, and you're going to see that logo. You're going to also see the ANA logo, which is also, it should be in the, I don't know how y'all screens are, but it should be in the corner, my ANA watermark. You're going to see that logo within that New Wave logo. Go there, click on it, uh, ask to join. I'm going to accept everybody. Uh, Easy to get accepted, and it's also easy to get kicked out if you come with some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a lot of troubles on there. It's good for the most part. This is where you can ask questions to, I'll be on there. It's a whole bunch of other detailers with years and years and years of experience that can give you some insight on some things. So y'all do that. Y'all go over there and join and be part of the team, network. You probably can find detailers that are near you in the next state, next town, a couple of cities over. Y'all can get together and, make money together and put your ideas together, because that's how you're going to make it. Once you reach a certain point, you're going to have to team up with somebody or someone to get you to the next level. Y'all can get each other to the next level. That's why I do things like this. I'm always trying to give you guys different ways to help yourselves. But the thing is that if you call me directly and you need some advice or you need some information or you need something like that, I'm gonna charge you for it because my time is valuable. I'm definitely gonna charge you. I'm definitely gonna charge you for it. You know, so that's why I give you all these avenues to help yourself, so you don't have to call me. Because if you call me, I'm charging you. You know, I'm very, very busy, and it takes a lot for me to even do lives. It takes a lot for me to even edit videos. So whatever that, when I do stuff like that, I feel like I should get compensated for it. But I got all these different avenues for you guys to, to where y'all can, you can help yourselves and, do it like I did. You don't have to ask ANA or whoever you like to follow. You don't have to ask them, how do I do this and how do I do this, and how. You don't have to ask them all the time. You can put that information out there, and there's a lot of people that will answer your information, that will answer your question fast. You will get 4 or 5 different answers, you know that's coming from different perspectives, and you just pick the one that you can identify with. Okay, I see you from Mississippi. Where in Mississippi, Billy Clark? I see you. Okay, I appreciate you checking in all the time, Callis. I got something for you too, man. So I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You just gonna get a package. So if you see a package from A&A, just open it up and Belzona, okay. Uh, and you just open the package, you're gonna get it. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. But like I said, like I tell y'all people, I do stuff the way I do it. I don't give people the requirements. Like I'm watching y'all. When y'all join the new wave, or when y'all on the platform, when y'all leaving me comments, or when you hop in on the lives, I'm paying attention to y'all. I'm watching y'all. I'm checking things out. I never tell people the requirements or what makes me respond to you, or what makes me, you know, put the spotlight on you. I'm not gonna tell nobody that, because then people gonna be fake and try to do that. I just sit back and I just watch. And once I see something that's like, okay, this person got something, and then I'll make things happen. The New Wave Facebook page is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. When I first started, you, E. Jones, helped me so so much to get started. Right. Facts. Appreciate you, man. I'm glad I'm able to help. And the thing is that you be surprised, man. I can go in my DMs, from Facebook, Instagram. You can look at my YouTube. You can look up you can look up my YouTube. Sorry about that. You can look at my YouTube comments, and just about every video or every other video is somebody in the comment section saying you helped me. I learned a lot. Appreciate the video. This helps me a lot. I like your advice. You know, and you go on my if you go on my Instagram and my I can go back all the way back to 2017 where people telling me that I helped them. I started my business because of you. All of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, I didn't have that mindset to help people when I first started. It's just something that I saw that it was like, yo, like this stuff is helping people. And so I started doing that, you know. And, you know, the reason that I charged for consultations because my phone was ringing a lot. It was ringing a lot, and I'm like A, and you know, it's not a customer, it's not a, you know, somebody trying to book an appointment, it's somebody from YouTube, which I don't mind, but it starts to get redundant when people are asking me how to get customers, how to do this, and I got videos explaining it. So I'm just like, okay, well, if somebody pay for something, they're gonna value the information. You know what I'm saying? If you give somebody something for free, they don't value it. You understand what I'm saying? So like, and if somebody's serious about putting the work in and they really serious about getting this thing started, they'll pay. They'll pay. Every and you know, some people don't agree with it, but that's cool. I don't care. You know, I don't care what people agree or don't agree with. I'm talking about what I'm gonna do. I'm charging. If you're gonna call me and take up my day, just like uh I was talking to father and son last week. He calls me and he'll just hit me with information. And let me give him credit for something. He was the one who told me to go back in my phone and save all them customers that you did like one time and people that you don't have your phone. Go and save them folks in your phone. And, you know, that way you can contact them, you know, periodically to, you know, reconnect with them, you know. And that was something that I was thinking about doing anyway. But a lot of things that he tells me is stuff that I thought about and didn't think about it no more. And I mean, if he talk on the phone, he gonna tell me at least one thing that I've already been thinking about. So let me give father and son credit for that. But he'll call me and he can tell you every time he call me, I'm working. It's noise in the background. I'm putting in work. So I'm very, 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 very busy. And and to take time out of my day, stop what I'm doing to give you some advice that you can easily find, that you can easily find on your, you know, if you just did some research or if you just put the work in, that you can easily find, but you don't want to do that. You want to ask me and kind of want to call me. You know, some people say, man, can I just call you, you know, when I need help, blah, blah. I'll be like, no, you know, and I don't want to come off as rude, but no, it don't work that way. That's not how life works, man. The business game, the game don't work like that. It don't work that way. And I don't know why people think that. And especially, well, I'm not going to even say that. But, because I don't want nobody to take it the wrong way. But, you know, people don't understand that it does not work like that. That's not how the game works. When you approach somebody and you trying to build with somebody, you got to come in with bringing something to the table. Every time, like I said, every time, you know, it ain't like me and father and son talk every day. But every time he called me, he bringing something to the table. You know, he don't ask me nothing. He don't ask me nothing. He don't ask me how to do this, how to do that. He don't ask me nothing. What he does is he tell me something. When he call me, he tell me something, and he get off the phone. He never asked me for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Like, bring something to the table. But the thing is that a lot of people, a lot of people, a lot of people want you to hold their hand and just give them the game, which a lot of them just talking to you on the phone, and they're not going out there and applying that information. But at least if you pay me, and I'm talking about the payment is so low. The payment is so low because I know you're not gonna pay it. It's $25 an hour, and they ain't won't pay it. Oh, it's $25 an hour. All right, man. I'm gonna hit you up, man, and we gonna talk. And I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna hit you up. I'll be like, okay, and they not. You see what I'm saying? Because they not serious. But trust me, when I first started, if somebody say, give me $25 and we gonna talk for an hour, and I'm gonna just give you some information, that I know that helps me, like real good information, I'll be like, okay, hold on for a second. Let's schedule it for this day. Hold on, let me cash app you. Here you go. I'm gonna write my questions down so I ain't wasting no time. I'm not trying to talk and be your friend and talk about stuff that don't matter. But I'm write these questions down, okay? And boom, here we go. I might say, hey, can I record this conversation? Can I record it so I can go back and listen to it? Yeah, you can record it. Boom, record. Hey, so I'm gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. So that's when I know people are full of it. So that's how you eliminate. You eliminate almost all of the people that's gonna waste your time. Just like when I was charging cheap prices. When I was charging cheap prices, I had a lot of filthy, nasty cars. Terrible. Filthy, nasty cars. Terrible cars. And, I would knock them out and they would just keep coming. Man, I raised my price $10. Just $10. And when I tell you, over 85% of them stop coming. And that's what they do, man. That's what they do, man. They'll get on there. They'll get on there and they'll say, you know what, man, they'll call me up. They'll see my number or something. They'll Google it and find a number and they'll call. Yo, man, this A&A, this Anthony. Yeah, this Anthony. You make YouTube videos? Yeah, that's me. I make YouTube videos. Man, I just got to ask you some questions. And then the questions that they ask, it's not going to help them. And so, that's that, and that's why I said, you know what? And I'm talking about, people started calling me early, man. 2016, 2015. People started calling me early, man. Like when I first started, they was calling. Man, I love your videos. I love what you're doing, man. Man, thank you, man. You helped me out a lot. So that's how it started off. Then it started off people asking questions. And I'm like, man, it don't work that way. I'm sorry, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. See, the way this world works, it's got to be some type of barter. Some people exchange services. I've done that. I've gone to an upholstery shop and said I need my seats done. Oh, you detail? Yeah, I detail. Well, how much if you charge for me to do this, that? I'll charge you that. Okay. Well, I'll do the seats, blah, blah, blah. And then you just owe me that. Okay. And we did it. He got something to bring to the table. I got something to bring to the table. We bring it to the table. We at the table together. I take what I need. He take what he need. We shake hands. We walk away. We come back to do it again. That's just like Sporty. Sporty brings something to the table. I bring something to the table. Why you think that some of these people you can't get in contact with, even though you got their number, you can't get in contact with because you ain't bringing nothing to the table. I'm just keeping it real. You ain't bringing nothing to the table. So why would I, you know what I'm saying? That it just doesn't work that way. That's just like going to do a detail. Okay, check this out. If that's the case, if you feel that way, you trying to help people, go do details for free. You see what I'm saying? I see you, Queen City. I see you. So a lot of people don't realize that, and the thing is that you should donate to these YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? You should donate to these YouTubers. You should cash out these YouTubers, these people that's putting this information out there, because a lot of us that's doing this don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to do this. I mean, because like the money that I make for actually going out there to detail and recording me detailing is night and day. It's night and day. You know what I'm saying? I just do it because I love to do it, and I'm helping. I know I'm helping people. I know I'm helping people that truly, truly need help. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yeah, you've done some yards for free, but you're not gonna do it every yard for free. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna sit back and just be doing stuff for free. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. I don't care what nobody say. People look at stuff that way. It don't work, because if that's like, this is the way I look at it. When people say, "Oh man, you got to come back. You got to give back to the hood. You got to do this. You got to do that." You know, yeah, you do. You do got to come back and give back and do this and do that. But it's a way that you do it. You don't just walk up and just start handing out money. That ain't helping nobody. That ain't helping nobody. See, the stuff that I'm going to put into people is going to allow them to earn money on their own as long as they're alive. They'll be able to earn money on their own. You see, that's not helping nobody. Giving them just, here you go, here you go. They don't care about that. Look at public schools. How many of y'all went to public schools? Go to a public school, then turn around and go to the private school. Why the private school booming? Because the parents, the faculty, like when they pay tuition, that's tuition. They go and raise money outside of tuition. They donate to the schools. The people that got the big money, they donate. Go to these colleges like Yale, Harvard. The people that graduate, the alumni, they donate millions and millions of dollars a year between all the alumni. Millions, millions and millions on top of millions a year. They come and they put money into the school, you know, but they put the money to the school, and then they take that money to build new buildings, or to start new programs, or to do stuff that's going to help people. But they not walking around handing people the game. Nobody's gonna say, "Here's the game. Here you go." No, no. They're gonna give you little pieces and little snippets of game, but they just not gonna hand it to you. Say, "Here you go," because it don't work that way. Trust me. And if that's the case, and that's the case, it's been a lot of people that give out stuff for free, and you tell me who been successful doing that. Right. But the thing is, when I see certain people, man, like when certain people, cause I used to see it all the time, man. Like when I was growing up, you would have a guy that that came up in your town, and you know he becomes a successful you know musician or a successful entertainer or a successful athlete, and people say, why he ain't do this? Why he ain't do that? And that's all he gave, 50,000. The man signed a $30 million contract. That's all he gave is 50,000. That's all he did this. And then, but you there every day. And what have you given? You ain't gave $30. You've been there every day, and you don't give nothing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I just be saying, man, and that's why I be saying. And the thing is that the information that I have, the things that I do, the information that I have, and the things that I do, is valuable. I know it is, because if it wasn't valuable, people wouldn't be calling me. They wouldn't be calling me. You see what I'm saying? But the mindset, people mindset is about, people mindset. It won't allow them to think past that. You'll spend money on rims. You'll spend money on equipment, but you won't spend money on knowledge. So, hey, I can't force you, but you can't force me either. So that's just how it's gonna be. Right. Yeah, I see y'all. I see y'all still talking about the winter stuff, man. That's good. Everything does come with a price. It may not be U.S. currency that you gotta, trade for it, but everything comes with a price, man. Everything comes with a price. So, you're right, man. But I'm finna get off of here. Just want to, touch bases with you guys, put a little information out there, and to give you something to talk about. Right. Future. Good. But what you doing? Oh, okay. But y'all. But yeah, man, y'all do y'all thing tomorrow, man. We still got. I mean, you still, some of you guys, is, even though y'all in cold cities, cold states, man, a lot of y'all still gonna have, a lot of y'all still gonna have a lot of, a few good days to put in some work, man. All right, y'all, man. I catch you guys on the next one, man. For all you new guys that just came in the chat, um, if you haven't, it's your first time on here, or if you have not joined the New Wave, go ahead and join the New Wave. It's a lot of people that can give you information on there. If you look up in the, where is it? If you look up right here, y'all see the logo right here. You know, go to Facebook, go into search and type in New Wave by ANA. That's NEW. WAVE by ANA. And you're going to see that logo pop up, and you're going to see the ANA watermark. You're going to see that in the middle of that logo. And then just go ahead and request to join. And I accept you just like that. Answer is like two questions you got to answer. Answer the questions. You in there. I accept you sometimes almost immediately when I can. But, you know, you can get on there and you can show off your work. You can do your before and after pictures. You can put your videos on there. No YouTube videos, but you can put straight videos from your phone or from your whatever. No YouTube videos, but you can put that on there. And, you know, you can give advice. You can get advice. And that's my way of helping you guys. All right. It's almost at 1,000 members now. It's at like 926. We just hit 900 members a couple of days ago, I think. And it's steady growing. So that's my way I give back to you guys. But make sure y'all do that. And I'm out. Shouts out to the New Wave. Peace.